She's probably the strongest woman in the DC universe, and she's mortal and has no powers. So sit tight while I tell you all the facts you don't know about Lois Lane. Hi, I'm Jason Inman, and I love to read comic books. Now, before we get to the facts about Lois Lane, stick around to the end of this video because there's a big announcement. Now, enough of the jibba jabba, let's get to some Lois Lane facts. Lois's full name is Lois Joanne Lane. Now, this may not seem very important, but her physical appearance and some of her mental attributes were based on model Joanne Carter. Lois's appearance in Action Comics #1 was based on model Joanne Carter, who would go on to later marry Superman creator Jerry Siegel. They were married for 48 years until Siegel's death in 1996. Her daughter, Laura, noted this after her death. My father said she not only posed for the character of Lois Lane, but from the day he met her, it was her personality that he infused into the character. She was not only beautiful, but very smart and determined, and she had a lot of guts. She was a courageous person. And that explains Lois Lane to a T for me. Lois Lane is also a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. Now, through my research, I was not able to tell what exactly she won the Pulitzer Prize for, or exactly in what issue it takes place, but it is generally accepted that she is a writer of high caliber in Metropolis, if not the best writer in all of Metropolis. The fact that she is a very young award-winning reporter should tell you a lot about the character. In fact, her job awards continue as she is now the head of the media division of the Daily Planet in the New 52. Lois Lane was one of the youngest reporters ever hired to the Daily Planet. In one of the versions of her origin story, it goes like this. At the age of 15, while her family was living near Metropolis, she approached Perry White of the Daily Planet and asked him for a job. She lied to Perry and told Perry that she was 15 years old, but her younger sister, Lucy, had told Perry the truth. Overhearing some Daily Planet reporters in the bullpen saying that whoever gets the scoop on Lex Luthor would get a big promotion, Lois decided to do the impossible. She snuck out of her house that night, which should be seemingly impossible since she lived on a military base, and broke into Lex Luthor's tower and stole some files. However, she was caught by Lex Luthor, who took the files back, but Perry White was so impressed with the story that he decided to give Lois a job anyway. Lois Lane in Wonder Woman #37 became one of the very first outsiders to ever visit Themyscira. As a gesture of goodwill, Wonder Woman invited 12 handpicked delegates, each representing a different perspective, to come to the island for a goodwill tour. Now, Diana initially asked Clark Kent to come, but he was so busy he suggested Lois Lane, and she gratefully accepted. While on the island, Lois had to help Wonder Woman fight against Eris, the daughter of Ares. Lois Lane is one of DC's oldest characters, debuting in June 1938 in Action Comics #1 alongside Superman. She's even had her own comic book series, which ran for 137 issues from 1958 to 1974. The series dealt with everything from social issues to her attempts to maneuver Superman into a marriage. At the peak of its popularity in 1962, Superman's girlfriend Lois Lane was the third best-selling comic book in the United States, right behind Superman and Superboy. And this just helps prove my point of why I want a Lois Lane solo book in the DC universe. Let's make that happen. One of Superman's baby toys once saved Lois Lane's life. Lois was born to Sam and Ella Lane, and they lived on a farm outside Pittsdale. When Lois was a toddler, she encountered a rattlesnake out in the woods near the family farm. Toddler Lois was able to scare the rattlesnake away by using one of Kal-El's baby toys, which had fell out of an experimental rocket that Jor-El had sent in front of his other baby. So 1, toddler Lois was smart. 2, Jor-El really likes to launch rockets at Earth. And 3, Superman's baby toys are really scary. Seriously, they can scare snakes. Lois Lane's telephone number, if you want to know, is 101-555-0820. I wouldn't recommend calling that number because it's a 555 and it won't work, and I can guarantee you that Lois Lane won't pick up on the other side, but it's just kind of nice to know and maybe put in your phone, just be like, hey, look, I got Lois Lane there. Now, those 7 facts are just the tip of the iceberg about how much of an amazing character that Lois Lane is. And I could keep telling you more and more about her, or you can just listen to my podcast, Geek History Lesson, which you can find on iTunes, you can find it on Stitcher, and you can find it on Majorspoilers.com with a whole bunch of other awesome podcasts. Lois Lane episode coming up in the future. Now, speaking of DC characters and other really cool DC things, which is what Lois Lane is, I just want to tell you really quick, everybody out there, that thanks to you, thanks to all my fans, I got the co-host job on DC All Access.
Jason Inman is coming to DC All Access.
That's right, because of you and Fred in the back, you all made this happen. You helped put a DC comic book fan working for DC, and that's an amazing accomplishment that I cannot thank you enough for. And that's why you should go over to DC All Access. You should go over to DC Entertainment's YouTube channel, and you should subscribe, because every week you're going to be seeing this mug and also the excellent mug of Tiffany Smith giving you all kinds of DC knowledge and previews coming right to you. So don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be still doing some videos over here, going to be doing some more facts, educating you, and then I'm also going to be showing you all the cool stuff that DC's bringing you in the future over at their YouTube channel. Subscribe here, subscribe there, go like them both. Go tell DC, hey guys, thanks for bringing Jason aboard. And thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and leave me comments below telling you what you like or hate about Lois Lane. Seriously, I want to know, what do you like or hate about Lois Lane? Let's find out. Thank you all for watching. I'm Jason Inman. Be seeing you.
I'm super excited to do this new season with you, but I feel like we're kind of already arch nemesis here.
Well, I think that's the best way to start out this new season. I am so excited. This is like a dream come true. And since the gauntlet was put down by the Arrow, I will not fail this city or this show.